now Mania!
The first competition of the night is Monster Jam JCB Racing. All 8 trucks have been seeded into the bracket based on a random draw. So coming up first, these Monster Jam superstars will race head-to-head with the fastest 4 winners advancing to the semi-final round. So, Rosemont, who's ready for Monster Jam JCB Racing?
They sound ready to me, Taylor, so let's meet these superstars. Coming up to the line first, make some noise, Brandon Toluchka, Zombie. And of course, on the other side, we have Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Now this is a rematch from the JCB final round in earlier's event. Let's see how this round goes. They're getting the signal to restage right now. We want to make sure these Monster Jam trucks are lined up properly at the starting line. Weston Anderson is 5-0 against Brandon Toluchka. Here we go! And your winner, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Keeping his undefeated streak alive against Brandon Toluchka in Zombie. Let's take a look here at the Super Glue to the Action replay. It's all about the tight turns here in Rosemont, and Weston Anderson got the better of Brandon Toluchka, taking the win in the very first matchup of round 1 and moving on to the semifinal. Gravedigger. Pulling up to the line, we have your next competitors. Make some noise, Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Going up against Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. Second time these two are matching up in JCB Racing. Michaela got the win last time. Will that change? Let's find out! Your winner is Brianna Mahan, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. Check out that Super Glue to the Action replay. Brianna Mahan Your winner, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. So let's make some noise and welcome the competitors, Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron. Facing off against Kylie Kent, Sparkle Smash. Your winner, Weston Anderson, Grave Digger. As we take a look here to the super glue glued to the action replay, I'm actually getting word from our Monster Jam officials. On that last turn, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger, actually did hit that cone, resulting in a penalty. Which means that moving on to the final round is going to be Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Again, for those of you that didn't pay attention, that cone was hit by Weston Anderson on the last turn in that semifinal round. We are going to go ahead with our next semifinal race of Toro Loco and JCB Digatron, and then we will bring Ringling Bailey Circuit back as Weston Anderson is getting the news as well. As this develops, once we run this race, we will set up for the final of JCB Racing, which will include Ringling Bailey Circuit against either El Toro Loco or JCB Digatron. We always say expect the unexpected here at Monster Jam, so let's get some more racing! Ooh, that was a close race there by Tony Oaks and Fernando Martinez. We're gonna take it to the video board, check out that super glue glued to the action replay, and let's see who crossed that finish line first. Rosemont, if you think you know who it is, make some noise. Who do you think? That's gonna be a victory for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
This is the Monster Jam JCB Racing final round. The winner of this race takes the first 8 points of the event and the racing win. Rosemont, are you ready to meet your racing finals contenders?
Let's meet them. We have on the right lane Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Going up against the Princess of Carnage herself, Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. For the first 8 points of the event, let's go racing! And your winner of JCB Racing, make some noise Chicagoland, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco, taking the first 8 points of the event. Getting it done on the track, he proved to be faster than his competitors. Brianna Mahan did not make it easy for Fernando, as he's sitting on top of the pod, feeling good about life. Another JCB Racing in the books for Fernando Martinez, taking that W. As he says, what's up to the Rosemont crowd? Give it right back to him. What do you say, Chicagoland? Number 5 of the year for Fernando Martinez. Christina Moore has made her way onto the pod to talk to Fernando. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Fernando, after all the trials and tribulations that your team was working on behind the scenes earlier, in between events, during events, this one has to feel extra sweet.
It does, and you know what? It's dedicated to the technicians that got this truck back out in our earlier event for Freestyle. We almost took the win, and man, that put a chip on my shoulder to come out here and win racing. But you know, I'm a little curious actually right now. If I can get the house lights turned up a little bit, I want to see who is here at Monster Jam for the first time. Raise your hand. That's crazy. That's awesome. Okay, and how many of you guys have been here before? Okay, not too bad. Well, we got two-wheel skills coming up next. So if you've been here before, give a little nudge to your new neighbor. Let them know it's going to go crazy. El Toro Loco is going to go crazy. And you fans, you better have your phones out, baby. We're here to party!
That was the first attempt for Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon.
Monster Jam fans, put your hands together for Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Go ahead and take out your phones. Scan that QR code. You got about 10 seconds left. Remember, the city code is going to be CHI. Again, scoring is open for Team Megalodon.
That's right, Michaela Toluchka, as you see there on the super glue glued to the action replay. We're about to find out exactly what you fans thought of Michaela's run. A little crazy in the second attempt, as you saw she rolled over off of that nose wheelie. She's making her way out into the track, and the score for Michaela Toluchka is a 6.913, kicking things off here in the Two Wheel Skills Challenge.
Monster Jam fans, I'm hanging now in the back with Scott Murray, teammate of Michaela Toluchka. Scott, you were literally on the edge of your seat just now. Just such a supportive teammate, cheering her on with that one.
Oh, you know, she was so close to saving that one. It was so close. I was like, man, oh, she almost has it, and it just didn't work out for her. But, you know, she gave it her all. She always does. I'm so proud of Michaela. She always does a great job, and I'm so pumped for her. I think she's on her way up. She's really improving week by week, and I'm so pumped for her.
And I know, as she was doing those poppers, you're like, okay, you got it. Hold on to so you're actually kind of coaching behind the scenes and just doing your own commentary as well.
It's kind of funny because I think I was learning from her dad. Her dad was in here earlier today doing the exact same thing, And Michaela is so intuitive and she's open to suggestion and all that stuff. So I'm really trying to pay attention so I can learn what she's doing and I can give her pointers. But yeah, couldn't be proud of her. I couldn't be more proud of her. She's doing such a great job.
Well, Monster Jam fans, a little peek behind the curtain, inside scoop from Scott Murray, Team Megalodon.
Way to go. Scott Murray's always supporting Michaela Telechka in the back. And now if you want a chance to meet Scott Murray and Michaela herself, check out the post-event driver meet and greet. Scan that QR code. We still have some seats available for all of you to come out and watch these superstars. So scan that QR code. Now let's keep things going here in the two-wheel skills challenge. Rosemont, make some noise for your next competitor, Chucky Palkin, Classroom Crusher. Solid combination move there by Chucky Palkin in his first attempt. He still has one more, Rosemont.
Make some noise for Chucky Palkin, Classroom Crusher. It's time to score once again at judgeszone.com. Now remember, you only have to scan that QR code on the video board once. Once you do, you got about 15 seconds really after that point to lock in your score. So let's get to it.
Chucky Palkin showing off some technical moves right there in the super glue to the action replay. He's saying what's up to his fans here at Rosemont. The first attempt was better than the second attempt, but we're gonna see exactly what you all thought because the power is in your hands. So Chucky's looking on. Let's not keep him waiting. The scores are now locked. Chucky Palkin is in second place with a 6.450, the second competitor here in the two-wheel skills challenge. And let's keep it going, Rosemont. We have Kylie Kent, Sparkle Smash, about to take the track. That was Kylie's first attempt, as you see right there, still in the lead, Megalodon with the 6.913. Will Kylie be able to top Megalodon's score here in her second attempt?
Put those hands together for Kylie Kent, Sparkle Smash. It's time to score at judgeszone.com. Scan that QR code if you haven't already. For those of you that have, nice work. The rest of you, what are you waiting for? Let's get to scoring.
What are you waiting for? Kylie Kent's giving it her all. This is her first year competition with us at Monster Jam. Now let's see what you thought of those attempts that she had here. The scores are locked, and the score for Kylie Kent is, it's a 3.9 now. Let's see those horns, Chicagoland. Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Triple combination move from Fernando. And lands it for his first attempt.
Put those horns up and get loud for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. It's time to get your scores in for the Crazy Bowl. You got about 15 seconds remaining. Remember, that's where you fans get to have your voices heard. The only sport where you fans have a say-so in who wins. So let's lock in your score.
It's like butter, baby. Fernando Martinez making it look easy. 2 attempts. He's saying, that's what I do. I am that crazy bull out here. Let's see if you agree with him, Rosemont. The score for Fernando Martinez is good enough for first place, a 9.242, taking the lead here of the two-wheel skills challenge. We still got some more competitors ready to hit the track. Let's make some noise, Rosemont, for Brianna Mahan, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. They call her the Princess of Carnage, and she earned her name here. In these competitions, leaving it all out on the track. Let's see what Brianna has.
Put those hands together for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Wow, we got a little extra. That is the RoboPup Bailey Circuit showing off her robo skills.
There's always a little extra happening out here on the track. Brianna Mahan getting it done right there in the super glue, glued to the action replay. Her second attempt, I think, is exactly what she was looking for in her run. But let's see if you agree, Chicago. That's it. Third place, a 6.759 for Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Monster Jam fans, behind the wheel of the black and green wrecking machine is Weston Anderson. Rosemont, let him hear ya!
He's trying to tell you to get loud, so keep it going.
A nose wheelie onto one wheel. Rosemont, are you not entertained? Make some noise for Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Scoring is open on judgeszone.com. 20 seconds to lock those scores in. Woo, Noah, let's talk about it, man. Are you ever not impressed with Weston Anderson here? Let's check in to see what the score is. Noah, are you impressed?
Man, I'm impressed every time he hits the track. I can't believe he goes on one wheel and has 12,000 pounds on one tire. Mind-blowing.
It's unbelievable. Let's see if Chicago agrees. Let's throw that score for Weston Anderson on the board. Is a 9.130, good enough for second place. Fernando Martinez hanging on to that top spot. It's a thriller here in Chicagoland. Let's make some noise for your next competitor. Making his way down the tunnel, Brandon Toluchka, Zombie. He shut that truck off, Rosemont. Turns it back on for a slap wheelie. He's still going. And he pulls off the save.
Make some noise for Brandon Telechka Zombie. All right, get your scores in for Zombies. Brandon Telechka, I don't know about you all, but I was on the tip of my toes, the edge of my seat. There he is with that last attempt there, David.
It was, you can hear the oohs and ahs. It was an unbelievable. Every time that he got forward, he pushed it right back, managed to save it there at the end. Let's check in to the scores. The score for Brandon is 8.784, good enough for third place in the competition. And I'm getting word, Monster Jam fans, from our officials in the back that JCB Digatron is dealing with some issues, so that is going to knock him out of the two-wheel skills competition. They'll work on him for freestyle, but that is going to end our two-wheel skills challenge, which means that your winner for the two-wheel skills challenge is Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. That is the fifth win for Fernando Martinez. As you can see there on the leaderboard, he takes this win with a 9.242, just slightly beating Weston Anderson, who came in hot for his two-wheel attempt. You see AJ and Christina making their way onto the track. And Fernando, he's a runner, he's a track star. He is saying what's up to all of you fans here in Rosemont. The Latino representation is strong here in Chicagoland. So let's check in with Christina Moore and hear from the winner.
All right, I'm gonna give you a second. Catch your breath. I'm gonna talk to AJ for a hot second. All right, AJ, now you have a perfect first half of Monster Jam. Thanks to this guy. Now you're coming up next in the best upright trick competition and the best trick competition.
Hey, we've been having a lot of fun here, and this puts a little bit of pressure on me, and we're going to go out there. We're going to have fun. We're going to kill it. And thanks to you guys coming out here, spending your hard-earned money, and being the best fans we've ever had. Thank you guys so much. Hey, shout out, I got my dad out here. This is the first time he see me at a Monster Jam event. It means the world to me.
Oh, that's wonderful. Have you caught your breath yet? Are you ready to talk? All right, that has to warm your heart knowing you got family and friends here, supporting Team El Toro Loco. And I gotta say, that was an amazing save with that combination move.
Yeah, we were number 4, and I was like, man, I got to bring the heat. I told these guys to bust out their phones, and I don't want to waste their data storage on their iPhone. So we made it happen. We got the win, and thanks to you guys, Chicago, we are up here once again. And you know what? This party does not stop here. It goes on with AJ, and then it goes on with Freestyle at the end. I want to hear you guys get so loud it blows the roof off the place.
Okay, Monster Jam fans, welcome back to the second half of Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. Our Freestyle Mania riders are now going to have the opportunity to add more points to their team's scores. They have 2 competitions coming up. But before we get into all that, they have some practice jumps. They're gonna feel out the dirt, they're gonna feel out the track. More importantly, they're gonna feel out all of you Monster Jam fans, seeing what energy level you are at. So here we go, Chicagoland. Let's get loud and welcome your superstars of FMX Freestyle Mania. Make some noise for Josh Hedford. Give it up for Greg Duffy. Classroom Crusher Drew Slough. Team Gravedigger Noah Bakken. Team Zombie Chandler Hyder. Team El Toro Loco, AJ Roseborough. Cam Sepulveda, Sparkle Smash. Scott Murray, Megalodon. These guys have one more practice jump as Josh Hedford takes the sky. Greg Duffy. Drew Slough. Noah Bakken. Here we go, Rosemont. Let's get loud. Chandler Hyder. That crazy bull, AJ Roseborough. Sparkle Smash, Cam Sepulveda. Here we go, Scott. Fish out of water from Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. Oh, these boys are having fun right now as they're getting ready to kick off their FMX competitions. It's always incredible to see what these guys bring to the track, their personalities, their talents.
David, you just talked about their talents, and right now I'm hanging here in the stands with a very talented driver ready to cheer on her teammate Greg Duffy representing Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. So we got Brianna Mahan ready to talk a little bit about what is coming up next. So we're going to kick things off with the best upright trick competition and then follow it up with the best trick competition. Bree, you have a background on these dirt bikes yourself. You actually grew up doing this. So what should the fans be looking for, because they're going to have the opportunity to score?
Yes, you guys determine who wins each of these competitions. So you need to be scanning that QR code. Make sure that you guys are scoring these guys super fairly. You're looking for the biggest tricks out there, the combination moves, no handers, no footers, full extension of their body off of these bikes, sometimes no hands and no feet. But you guys truly want to pay attention, and the bigger the trick, the crazier, the body movements, that is going to score higher. So make sure you guys are on your phones. Help these guys, help their teammates, get the points that all of us deserve, and let's have some FMX freestyle.
Woo! Monster Jam fans, let's hear it for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey Circuit.
That's right. Now let's get to some FMX Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. And kicking us off for the FMX Best Trick Competition, Best Upright Trick, we got AJ Roseborough, Team El Toro Loco. Now here in the upright trick competition, anything goes except for backflips. We're gonna save that for a later competition. So let's see what these boys have up their sleeves, hitting the track right now. Let's get loud, Rosemont. Make some noise, AJ Roseborough.
Put those hands together and make some noise for AJ Roseborough, El Toro Loco. It is time to score at judgeszone.com. You know what to do. Scan that QR code if you have not already, and let's lock in those scores.
Unbelievable, difficult move for AJ to pull off. Being the first competitor always comes with a lot of pressure, but I think these fans were really feeling that move. AJ pulling it off. Here we go. Let's check it out. The scores are locked. And the score for AJ Roseborough is here we go, the anticipation building. He was feeling himself. Now were you feeling him, Rosemont? We're calculating the scores. And our first competitor is going to walk away with the 7.768 for AJ Roseborough. Let's keep it going with our second competitor. We have Scott Murray, Megalodon. He's telling the competition, you guys better watch out, because I'm playing for keeps. Scott Murray, one of the best competitors out there on the track. Holding it down for Team Megalodon. It's been a while since he walked away with an upright trick competition, so let's see if today is the day.
Whoa, indeed. Monster Jam fans, put those hands together. That was Scott Murray, Megalodon. You got to get your scores in. You know where to go and you know what to do. David, the extension, I love when we get the super glued to the action replay because it really lets everybody take in just how far extended these riders are using their bodies to make these awesome tricks.
When you slow it down, you get a chance to really appreciate that KOD trick that Scott Murray just pulled off. The scores are locked. Let's see where he stands. The score for Scott is 8.449, taking over the first spot here in the upright trick competition. About to hit the track. Let's make some noise for Josh Hedford, Team JCB Digatron. Josh Hedford is filling in for TJ Tiffany. Next couple of weekends, Josh is no stranger to Monster Jam or Rosemont for that matter, as Josh Hedford makes his way. Let's get loud!
Put those hands together for Josh Hedford, JCB Digatron. You gotta score. Even giving us a little extra as he comes back out the tunnel like it was nothing. Look at that. Slow-mo on that super glue to the action replay. David, I don't know, I'm a little speechless.
That's what I was talking about. Once you slow it down, his boots were over his head, almost touching that bike. And let's see, the scores are locked for Josh Hedford. The score is good enough for first place, 8.782 for Josh Hedford, JCB Digatron. Bringing his talents here to the track in Rosemont. Make some noise, Drew Slough, Team Classroom Crusher.
Let's hear it for Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. It's time to score. For those of you that have not joined in the scoring, you still got some time. JudgesZone.com.
Join the party because Drew Slough is bringing it on JudgesZone.com. You gotta represent Rosemont and let them know exactly what you thought. Drew Slough. Scores are locked. Here we go. The score for Drew is a 7.337. Good enough for fourth place right here in the upright trick. Let's keep this going, though, Chicagoland, and make some noise for your next competitor, Chandler Hyder, Zombie. You know what to do, Rosemont. Let's see those zombie arms up in the air. Wave them around. Chandler is feeding off of your energy. What do you have for the Monster Jam fans, Chandler? Let's find out.
Put those hands together, make some noise, yeah! Get in there, Pork Chop. Got the team of Zombie in the back cheering on Chandler Hyder. You gotta get those scores in, everybody.
Little innovation there from Chandler Hyder as he's pulling off a move that we've yet to see him pull off here in the best upright trick competition. The scores are locked, so let's find out where that leaves him. Fifth place with a 5.962 for Chandler Hyder, Zombie. Let's keep it going with everyone's favorite Robo Pup. It's Team Ringling Bailey Circuit, Greg Duffy. Revving up his engine, wanting all of you fans to get loud. That is Greg with 2 G's at the end. You put some respect on his name. Mr. Duffy, Guinness Record World Book holder. Here he comes.
Sounded like you liked that, Rosemont. So then let them hear you one more time. That was Greg Duffy, Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Unbelievable whip. It's one of the biggest that we've seen from Greg all year long. He is so good at controlling that Monster Jam dirt bike in the air. The scores are locked. Let's see if Greg will take the top spot. Brianna's watching on. The score for Greg Duffy is 8.957, putting him in first place, taking the lead here in the upright trick competition. Coming up next, we got a heavy hitter here. Representing Team Gravedigger, it's Noah Bakken.
Make some noise, Monster Jam fans, for Noah Bakken, Gravedigger. Yeah. Go ahead and lock in those scores, everybody. You know what to do and you know where to go.
That's right. You see Noah Bakken pulling off his signature move that he created here at Freestyle Mania alongside Weston Anderson. He's been doing really well with that move, so let's see if that momentum continues here in Chicagoland. What they were thinking. The scores are locked. Noah Bakken, the score is 8.487, good enough for third place. Now here we go, Rosemont. Let's make some noise for your final competitor in the upright trick competition. Representing Team Sparkle Smash, it's Cam Sepulveda. Cam has got a score to beat of an 8.957, currently held by Greg Duffy. Will he take the lead and win this competition? What do you say, Cam?
Put those hands together for Cam Sepulveda, Sparkle Smash. It was the rock solid, the trick you just saw him attempt here that got him the win earlier today. Is that going to be enough for you fans here tonight? I don't know. Let us know at judgeszone.com.
Look at that. He said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Taylor. I won with the rock solid earlier, so let's see if I can pull it off. He was the final competitor, so let's see if he won. That score to beat is an 8.957, and the score for Cam Sepulveda is not enough. That is an 8.884, which means that the winner of the FMX Upright Trick competition is Greg Duffy, Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Congratulations to Greg Duffy, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. Bree, that is your teammate, an awesome whip. What's your reaction to that?
You know, we come out here every single time, put it all on the table for, you fans, and so it feels great, especially for Greg to come out here, get some more points for our overall event championship. Hopefully we can bring another one home tonight.
Well, Monster Jam fans, we got a lot more coming your way.
Now let's take a look at where that leaves Team Ringling Bailey Circuit after that W. We now have a two-way tie between El Toro Loco, Ringling Bailey Circuit with 19 points each. So that is very, very valuable points that Greg just won Brianna Mahan and the rest of the team. Team Gravedigger right there in third place, solo with 16 points. But we have a two-way tie right there to round out the top four between Megalodon and Sparkle Smash with 11 points each. But again, all of this can change after the FMX Trick competition. So here we go, Rosemont. Do you want some more? I said Chicagoland. Do you want some more? These guys are ready to hit the track one more time for the FMX Best Trick competition. Anything goes here. front flips, back flips, whatever these crazy guys want to come up with, they are going to do. JudgesZone.com is the place to be. Lock in those scores fairly and accurately. So one more time, Rosemont, are you ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition? I'll tell you who is ready, and that's your first competitor making his way down onto the track, Chandler Hyder, Zombie.
Rosemont, you just got your first backflip of the night. So let them hear you. Make some noise for Chandler Hyder, Zombie. That's right. Get those scores in at JudgesZone.com.
Super glue to the action replay. Chandler Hyder, textbook backflip to kick off this competition. So let's see. Hopefully you're on JudgesZone.com and you locked in your scores. We're counting on you, Monster Jam fans. The score is locked, and the score for Chandler Hyder is kicking it off with an 8.468. Your first competitor. Now let's keep it going. He's bad to the bone, and he's ready to show off. Make some noise for Noah Bakken, Gravedigger.
Monster Jam fans, make some noise. That was Noah Bakken, Gravedigger. Scoring is open once again.
Weston Anderson's about to eat that camera out of excitement. He couldn't believe what he saw. That's a backflip. Noah letting go of the bike as he comes down on to the pad. So here we go, Monster Jam fans. What did you think of what Noah Bakken was able to pull off, your second competitor in the best trick competition? Will it be enough to take the first spot from Chandler? The scores are locked, so let's find out. The score for Noah Bakken is 8.569. He does take the top spot, but let's keep this going. Rosemont, you have your third competitor ready to hit the track. It is AJ Roseborough, El Toro Loco. AJ's getting ready to hit the track. He mentioned that he has his father in attendance. That has to be one proud dad watching his son live out his dreams in front of all of you Monster Jam fans here in Chicagoland. He grew up not that far away from here. You have a local superstar getting ready to fly. What do you say, AJ?
David, I think he said, "Look, Pop, no hands." Yeah, that looks exactly like what he said. Go ahead and score now at JudgesZone.com.
Oh, AJ Roseborough leaving everyone on the edge of their seats. Whenever they let go of that bike, Taylor, I'm just like, don't! But they know what they're doing. These are professionals out here. The scores are locked, so let's find out. Were you blown away? Chicagoland, the score for AJ Roseborough is 8.663. We're trading leads back and forth. He is now the new leader in the best trick competition. So here we go, fresh off of the upright trick win. Greg Duffy, Ringling Bailey Circuit. He's looking to make this back-to-back. He's not satisfied with just one. He wants two, Chicago. Let's see what he brings. He had an amazing whip in the first competition. What do you say, Greg?
Let them really hear you, Monster Jam fans. Make some noise for Greg Duffy, Ringling Bailey Circuit.
He said there's no place like home. There's no place like home. A backflip, heel clicker, and I just want you to notice where his feet ended up. He basically clicked his heels in front of his face. The athletic ability on display here on the track at Rosemont. The scores are locked as he makes his way. Let's find out. Will Greg take over? The score for Mr. Duffy is... It is enough with a 9.082. Brianna Mahan is loving every bit of it. Greg Duffy takes the lead. Josh Hedford says, not if I have anything to do with it. Representing Team JCB Digatron, he wants to come out and show up. He knows what's on the line. We have been trading leads back and forth. Every competitor has been giving it up. Will Josh take first? What do you say, Josh?
Make some noise for that, Monster Jam fans, Josh Hedford. Man, yeah, Weston's coming in like, ow, that looked like it hurt. It definitely did. Team JCB Digatron, eager to get some scores on the board, I'd say.
The backflip Cordova. I mean, Josh is just doing some crazy things so far. It's been a pleasure having him on this series this weekend here at Rosemont. The scores are locked. Greg is watching with anticipation. Will it be enough? The score for Josh Hedford is... It is enough! A 9.232, once again, overtaking the lead. Tony Oak says, that's right, we have a new leader, Josh Hedford. 9.232. He broke out of the principal's office. He cheated on his test. And now he's ready to tear up the track. We got Drew Slough, Team Classroom Crusher, ready to fly.
Make some noise for Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. It's time to score once again at judgeszone.com.
He said, fly, I will. Fly, fly away. Drew Slough hitting amazing heights here in the best trick competition. We have a score to beat of 9.232, currently held by Josh Hedford. We just saw him take the lead. Will Drew take over? The score for Classroom Crusher is... not quite enough, a 9.186, but it is good for second place, currently belonging to Drew Slough. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Chicagoland making his way from the depths of the sea to the dirt here in Rosemont. Make some noise for Scott Murray, Megalodon. Scott Murray had won earlier today the best trick competition. Will he start a brand new streak? It ended at 21, went to AJ, now it's back to Scott. He said the time is now. Gearing up his bike. Riding into this moment, Scott Murray.
Let them hear you, Monster Jam fans. Scott Murray, Megalodon. I don't know what that was, but I mean, it looked pretty cool.
I mean, that's Scott Murray's KOD backflip with some oomph. I mean, he kicked his legs out like he had something to prove right there. Scott said, I want a back-to-back. Best trick win. We're tallying up the scores. The scores are locked. Michaela Tolushka is watching on. The score for Scott Murray is enough for first place with a 9.610. Scott Murray takes the lead in the best trick competition. Making his way onto the track, we have Team Sparkle Smash, Cam Sepulveda with some theatrics.
Make some noise! That was Cam Sepulveda, Sparkle Smash. Scoring is open for the final time in the FMX Best Trick competition.
That's right, Taylor. He is our final competitor. An unbelievable trick pulled off there by Cam Sepulveda. Right now, Scott Murray is in the lead with a 9.610. The score is locked for Cam Sepulveda. Will it be enough to win this competition? The score for Cam is 8.940, putting him in 5th place for the best trick, which means that the winner for the FMX Best Trick competition is Scott Murray Megalodon.
But that's not it, Monster Jam fans. I don't know about you, but I'd like to see more from these Freestyle Mania superstars. What about you? Well, guess what? That's exactly what you are getting ready to get. So do me a favor, Rosemont. Take out those phones. Get your cameras ready. Take a sip of your icy, whatever you gotta do. Because I want you to scream so loud in just a moment that I can't even hear the bikes, all right? I'm gonna count you in. This is something you can only get here at Freestyle Mania. So on the count of 3, let me hear it. 1, 2, 3. These riders were hand-selected from the best across the globe. You might have seen them on your TV screen. You might have seen them compete across the world, in Mexico, in Qatar, wherever, but they're here today for all of you fans. So we're gonna have them jump one more time for you. Rosemont. 1, 2, 3.
Let's give it up for your Freestyle Motocross, Freestyle Mania competitors. These guys took on the challenge of the skies. Unbelievable, hitting the sky with it. So much talent here in Rosemont. Of course, Scott Murray taking the best trick competition and Greg Duffy winning the upright trick competition as well. They're making their way on top of the pod. I spoke to Greg and Scott, and they were all talking about how important it is for you Monster Jam fans to score on judgeszone.com, and you guys showed up and showed out. It was an incredible competition from start to finish. Christina Moore is making her way onto the pod to catch up with the winners. Scott winning back-to-back best trick, and Greg on top of the pod, and number 3 from Mr. Duffy.
So I see you guys chatting amongst each other right now. Congratulations, Scott, walking away with that win. It's safe to say you're back on top.
Oh, you know, it's always a blessing to be up here, especially if I get to be with legends like Greg Duffy. I mean, man, the guys are just throwing down. You know, Josh is my stepson, and I never taught that kid a thing, and he's just the best there is. I'm so impressed with that kid's riding, and you know, he steps the game up every time I ride with him, and it makes it so tough. it's bittersweet. You know, I've never really beat him before today, and earlier today I beat him, and now beating him again in best trick today. I almost feel bad, but not really.
Not really. I love that. Greg Duffy, you know, congratulations to you. That incredible whip, you got to talk us through that because the crowd went wild and your body and your bike kind of move as one when you're doing that.
Yeah, so I come from a motocross background, and yeah, that's pretty much the first trick that you learn while racing. But yeah, can't give it up to the Rosemont crowd enough. You know, you guys have just been getting louder and louder at every show. So, you know, kudos to you guys. We appreciate you. And yeah, let's keep the noise going. We got Monster Jam Freestyle coming up next.
That's right, Monster Jam fans. And both of their drivers are actually behind the scenes right now, strapping in and getting ready for Monster Jam Freestyle. So Rosemont, one more time. Give it up for Scott Murray, Team Megalodon, Greg Duffy, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Congratulations to both Scott and Greg getting it done on the track for their team.
We have reached the pinnacle of the event. It's time for Monster Jam Freestyle. Let her hear you, Monster Jam fans. First competitor to hit the dirt in Monster Jam Freestyle, that's Kylie Kent, Sparkle Smash. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com.
Kylie Kent, as you see right there on the Sky Wheelie, the super glue glued to the action replay. A strong start to our freestyle. The first competitor out, setting the tone. The scores are locked. Let's see where that leaves Kylie. She wants you to make some noise. The score is 6.013 for Kylie Kent. Kicking us off right there at Monster Jam Freestyle. Let's make some noise for the second competitor as she makes her way onto the track. It's Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon.
Make some noise for Michaela Telechka, Megalodon. It's time to score yet again for Team Megalodon. JudgesZone.com.
Michaela using every bit of that track in her freestyle run. Check out the super glue, glued to the action replay. Another big air right there from Michaela with the sky wheelie. The scores are locked. Let's see how that compares to Sparkle Smash's score. And the score for Michaela Telechka is 7.030. That does put her in first place, 2 competitors down. And of course, we've been talking about this throughout our entire event, Rosemont and Chicagoland, our ongoing efforts with St. Jude Research Hospital. We're asking all of you fans to please just donate anything you possibly can to our efforts of raising money with St. Jude. The QR code is on the big video board across all of our series at Monster Jam. All 6 of our series, including the international series, we have broken the $100,000 mark for the year so far. We have raised so much and still have a long way to go. Tonight, here, Team Gravedigger is taking 100% of those donations. You can still scan and affect those scores for our St. Jude Ambassador of the Night. Let's keep this competition going, making his way onto the track. It's that crazy bull, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. He's lining it up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip. And Fernando Martinez lands it. 10 seconds left. Ay, 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 ay. El Toro Loco getting it done. Fernando Martinez. JudgesZone.com. 20 seconds to lock those scores in. Woo. Fernando's got me jumping up and down over here. He takes his helmet off. He wants to say what's up to the people of Chicagoland, all of those Toro Loco fans out there. We don't need a score to beat. We're just going to throw it right up there. The score for Fernando Martinez is 9.459, putting him at the top. Here we go, Rosemont. Let's keep the good times going. Up next, we have representing Team Classroom Crusher, Chucky Pawkin.
I'm here, you Monster Jam fans. That was Chucky Pauken, Classroom Crusher. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Scan that QR code only if you haven't already. You got 10 seconds left.
Woo, Chucky was on a mission there during that freestyle run. He said, I need to take that bull down and take first place. An incredible run right there as you see the super glue glued to the action replay. Chucky adding technical elements, just added chaos, everything in that freestyle run. The score is locked. The score for Chucky Pauken is 8.162, puts you in second place. Chucky Pauken, Classroom Crusher. That's right, you hear that music. It's a thriller here in Chicagoland. Make some noise for your next competitor, Brandon Toluchka, Zombie.
Monster Jam fans, put those zombie arms up and get loud for Brandon Toluchka, Zombie. You got to score now at judgeszone.com.
Woo, check out that big air from Brandon Toluchka, Zombie, trying to take this competition into his own hands. He has yet to take a freestyle win here at Freestyle Mania. So I know that it's on his mind. The scores are locked. The score for Zombie is 7.937, good enough for third place.
It is time for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital Helmet Shuffle. We've got Ashlyn, we've got Madison, and Damon. They need your help, Rosemont. Let's keep our eye on that trophy and the helmet that's holding it. Don't lose it. Some people are saying middle, but it's not done. All right. Damon seems very, very confident. He's saying one. Let's find out. They're all saying one. Here we go. Ooh, all right. Even better. It's helmet number one. Great job, guys. You're all going home with your own Monster Jam merch, of course. Make some noise for Ashlyn, Damon, and Madison.
The Morgan & Morgan backflip, Brianna Mahan, she saves it! 30 seconds left! There it is, Monster Jam fans. That's going to do it for Brianna Mahan, Ringling Bailey circuit, leaving just 8 seconds on the clock during her freestyle. Ooh, landing that Morgan & Morgan backflip. Judgeszone.com is open. 20 seconds. Let us know what you think. Greg Duffy is loving every bit of it. There were so many moments throughout that freestyle that just had us all on the edge of our seats.
You know, they don't call her the Princess of Carnage for no reason. Left an ear down there on the track and nothing else but crumbs. David, there it is on the super glue, glued to the action replay. And there she is. Gotta find out what these scores are gonna be, David.
From backflips to hair flips, right now the score to beat is Fernando with a 9.459. Let's see if Bree will take the lead. The score for Brianna Mahan is 9.231. Good enough for second place for Ringling Bailey circuit. Here we go, an incredible freestyle competition that we've had so far, but I do want to take the second to remind all of you and give you the update of what we've been talking about with our St. Jude Ambassador of the Night. We've been raising money and donations for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And right now, your St. Jude Ambassador of the Night with 100% of the donations is Team Gravedigger, Noah Bakken and Weston Anderson. Of course, you can always scan to donate to St. Jude. It's an incredible cause. So I'd like to thank all of you for your incredibly generous donations here in Rosemont. young, who's there? Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. JudgesZone.com. You know what to do, Chicagoland. Lock those scores in. Unbelievable run right there. Weston Anderson gets out of the truck, says what's up to the people as he waits his score. He's waiting with anticipation. Where does that leave him? The scores are locked, Weston. Let's find out. The score for Gravedigger is 8.590, leaving you in third place for Team Gravedigger. Now, Monster Jam fans, with only one competitor to go, let's take a look at the freestyle leaderboard. Weston Anderson just threw down an incredible freestyle, but that's only a testament to how incredible the other competitors have been driving. That put him in third place. Right now, Brianna Mahan and Ringling Bailey Circuit is hanging on to that second spot. Fernando Martinez still in first with a 9.459. Chucky Palkin threw down, breaking the 8-point barrier with an 8.162. Zombie with in fifth right now in freestyle with a 7.937. Megalodon and Michaela with a 7.030. And Sparkle Smash Kylie Kent with a 6.03 or 13. So far, it's been an incredible competition. We have one more competitor to go. Can't wait to see what happens. Will Fernando hang on to this top spot? We only have to wait to find out. And making his way, this is your last competitor of the night. Let's make some noise as he comes down the tunnel. Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron. Let's make some noise, Rosemont. That was your final competitor of the evening. Let's get loud for Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron. These scores are tallying up. Will it affect the overall event champions as Tony waits for his score here in freestyle? Fernando Martinez is hanging on to that top spot with a 9.459. The scores are locked. Tony, the score is 8.352, putting you in fourth place, Tony Oaks, which means that the winner of Monster Jam Freestyle is Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco, winning Monster Jam Freestyle. That final competition of the event goes to that crazy bull. But will it be enough to take home the overall event championship? And it is not. Your overall event champion is going to be Ringling Bailey Circuit. Both Brianna Mahan and Greg Duffy taking the overall event championship by just 1 point. Greg Duffy makes his way out onto the track. 1 point separates first and second place. An unbelievable moment right here. Team Ringling Bailey Circuit walking away with an overall event champion. And one more time, Rosemont, let's welcome on the superstars of Freestyle Mania as they make their way onto the track one more time. This is the second overall event championship for Brianna Mahan and Greg Duffy. Teamwork is essential here. And Greg is able to get it done. That's why FMX is so important when it comes to Freestyle Mania. These guys are competing for each other, and Greg took that FMX upright trick competition, which leads to this moment right here on the pod of them walking away with an overall event champion. Like I mentioned, that is number 2 for Greg Duffy and Team Ringling Bailey Circuit here on the year. And let's catch up with Greg and Christina Moore.
Down here with Greg Duffy representing Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. You and Brianna Mahan getting it done. This one has to feel incredible.
Oh, it feels awesome. Feels even better in front of these Rosemont fans. You guys really showed up tonight, got super loud, and yeah, we appreciate you guys.
So now going into tomorrow, listen, you walked away yourself with the best whip of the night. All right, so what do you have cooked up your sleeve for tomorrow?
Oh, I'm definitely super excited. We got 2 more shows tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Keep the ball rolling. Hopefully keep Bailey Circuit on top.
And speaking of, we actually have little Bailey Circuit down here on the track. Everyone's favorite RoboPup. Monster Jam fans, put your hands together for your BKT overall event championship team, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. And now we're going to have the opportunity to chat with our freestyle winner, Fernando Martinez. Getting it done. The Crazy Bull was on top for the first half of the event, and now you're still pulling out the wind at the very, very end.
Yeah, it feels really good. We were so close to that overall. You know, sometimes it's just not in the card. But I think overall, we had the most fun. At the beginning of this event, I told you guys it would be a party. And did I lie? Did I lie, Chicago? Was that not the best party of all time? Yeah, there you go. Oh, I love that. I love that. What do you guys say we do it 2 more times tomorrow? We'll see you here. Come back and see some Monster Jam.
Congratulations to our winners right there on the pod, Fernando Martinez, AJ Roseborough. They won that freestyle. And of course, Brianna Mahan and Greg Duffy taking that overall event championship. So congratulations to all of those winners. But first, I mean, thank you so much, Rosemont. This has been so much fun. We still have 2 more events to come tomorrow. As you're making your way out of the Allstate Arena, don't forget to stop by the merch desk. Get some of the latest Spin Master and Monster Jam toys available here. And again, on behalf of Taylor Olivia and Christina Moore, I am David Mila. I had so much fun here at Monster Jam, Freestyle Mania, and Rosemont. That was Monster Jam Freestyle Mania.